What's up, YouTube? How's it going tonight, everybody? Great to be here again tonight. We've got internet, surprisingly. I've been rushing around, fighting the clock to make sure I was on time. Hopefully, we'll get a bunch of other people in here. Let's go ahead and throw our welcomes up. Website. And we'll throw those sound effects in there. Why not? What's up? How you doing, ASD? I was fighting the clock to get here on time. I was posting a bunch of stuff I had for sale on Facebook, and I had to hurry like crazy. In fact, I pushed the publish button, and then I pushed the live button. With my camera, I took that thing off autofocus, but it doesn't seem to do any damn good. There we go. Hey, Dylan. Dealing with a headache all day, huh? Well, take some ibuprofen. How you doing tonight, Dylan? I don't know if you know or not, AST, but Dylan's my grandson. Good vibes, huh? Are we going back to the 60s with Good Vibrations? There was actually a song called Good Vibrations. Oh, he knows I'm your grandson? Okay. Well, he might have forgot. He might be like me and have no memory. Hasn't touched it, huh? My son that passed away, Chris, he had to take about 6 of them before it would even touch it. You didn't remember, huh? See, I told you, Dylan. What's up, Ken? How you doing, buddy? You're late. ASD beat you. That is a record. That's the first time ASD's beat you. And so did Dylan. 2 people beat you, Ken. You're slacking. You're slacking. Oh, you didn't forget? Okay. I thought you meant you didn't forget. No, I had some musical stuff I wanted to post up on Facebook. I've been wanting it for a while and just hadn't got around to it, and finally got off my lazy butt and posted it up. An old drum machine here and an effects pedal I wanted to get rid of, and another amp I wanted to get rid of and stuff. And a guitar. Yep, Ken's a slacker tonight. We should find him, right? We should find Ken. I do it to Recon all the time. Doesn't do any good, but I try to anyway. Oh. Yeah, I'm selling my, it's really brand new. It's a 2018, but it's never been played but a few times. An Epiphone Les Paul Traditional Pro 2. Mint condition. Not a scratch on it. I did replace the knobs on it, though, with Gibson. I didn't like the Epiphone ones. I didn't like, they weren't good enough quality for me. Put strings on it. It's been set up professionally. And it comes with a brand new case. Electric, yeah, Les Paul. It's a Les Paul Traditional Pro. It's red wine color. Beautiful guitar. Plays beautiful, beautiful intonation. Yeah, electric. It's plays beautiful. It's just that I'm all acoustic now. I just play acoustic. Well, let me see if I can find a couple pictures here. I gotta pull up this thing. Let me see pictures. Dylan will probably cry. Well, let's see. I have about let's see, 5, 30. Close to $800 in it, but I'm selling it for $5 with the case. The case alone is $150. Well, I got some light reflection right there, but that's the color there. Yeah, I just want to sell it to get some money back on it. There's the case right there, which you can see is brand new Epiphone, not a cheap case, an Epiphone case. Another one of the case. That's something else I'm selling, a drum machine. There's the top of it, Traditional Pro 2, Les Paul. Yeah, I know Dylan would love to have this one probably. There's the serial number right there. It can be looked up and verified. Grover tuners. There's the back side. And there's the back of the guitar in the case. Alnico humbuckers. It's also got the it's got a lot of extra features. You can pull the knobs and get other tones with it and all that crap. There's the front of it. I might be able to get it up closer here. There you go. It's a beauty. All the inlays on it, everything. That's all right. I just want to get some of my money back. Now, if I have to ship it to somebody, they got to pay the shipping, without a doubt. I mean, that price is for local only. That's in perfect condition. It's just like come off the showroom floor. And the nice part is it's 3 years old already, so it's already got age on it too. And it's been set up, which that costs $50. It's got brand new strings on it. It comes with a new set of strings. And I didn't mention it in the ad, but it comes with a real Gibson strap. Adjustable neck. I'll probably throw a few picks in there too, some good picks. It's got good strings, got Diodero strings on it, 9s. Grover tuners, got the locking bridge. Yep. Hey, I've got the amp to go with it. I've got a Marshall amp to go with it if somebody wants to buy a package deal with the foot pedal. The whole kit and caboodle. I've got a Marshall MS30 CFX with the foot pedal. Yep. I use Alexa on my Taylor. And I thought about putting Alexa on. Actually, I did use Alexa on my Gibson Les Paul. I had a Gibson Les Paul. It was worth way more money than that one. I put Alexa on that one. But these strings sound fine on it. It plays good, sounds good. Not a scratch on it. It's always been kept in the case in excellent condition. The neck is nice and straight on it. It's a nice guitar. I think I remember to get the wrench for the neck on it too. I've got that someplace else. But that's it. That's the one I'm selling. And it holds tune really, really well. I've tuned this thing and left it for weeks and it's still being tuned. That's the drum machine I'm selling right there. It's an old little Yamaha, but it's programmable. You've got to really read up on it to use it, but it's got some really good features. Damping's upside down, I just noticed. Uses the batteries or a power adapter. I don't have the original power adapter. I never did. I've got one I think that works with it though. But the batteries last a long time. I think I'm selling that for like 40, 50 bucks, something like that. I see them on eBay for over 200. There's the ends of it. It does MIDI. You can buy like a cassette to pop in there with different beats on it and stuff if you don't want to program it. Like I say, I think you can get one like for Eric Clapton or something like that, different musicians. And that little amplifier right there I'm selling too. It's a Behringer ATO8. It's a little 15 watt, but it also does vocals. It's got two inputs. It plays for the guitar and for vocal. It's brand new. I think I've used it once or twice. Your mother hasn't been on all that much. An XLR. Well, actually, I was thinking about selling I've got an XLR mic I'm thinking about selling, an SM58. And I'm selling that foot pedal right there. That's brand new in the box. An RP55. It's got all kinds of effects. Beautiful. Runs great. With the power adapter, I believe it's with it. I think it is. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Yeah, I think there is. And that's the Marshall amp that's for sale right there. And I have the pedal for it too, which is extra. There's the pedal. It doesn't come with it. In fact, the amp has a tuning mechanism for your guitars, but it don't work without this pedal. You have to buy the pedal for it to work. But that's what I've got listed so far. I'm cleaning out some stuff and getting rid of some stuff. I know SM58's been around for a long time. It's always been considered a top of the line. A lot of studios use SM58s. When I used to have my recording studio, I recorded a lot of bands using SM58s. Got some great recordings with them. But you still got to use some effects with them too. Some little bit of reverb or delay or something like that, and a pop filter on them. But for the price, you can actually get like a PV mic that's XLR, which is a lot cheaper, and it's as good as the SM58. And the 57 is a good one too for vocals. I know a lot of bands that swear by the 58s, and they're tough. They're a tough mic. They really are. The ones I've got have had for a long, long time, probably 30 years, and they still work flawlessly. And they've been banged around and beat around and with bands, playing with bands, and are used with karaoke and all kinds of stuff. They still work. I just replaced the screens on them recently. Luckily, they're replaceable, and they're tough. There's lots of good mics out there. I mean, I've had way better mics than SM58s when I had the studio. I had some beautiful condenser mics. I had some RCA mics. I had some that were over $1,000, but that's why, because the quality is what you're going to pay for if you want really good ones. What's up, Recon? You're late. That's a little fine on you too. I've already nailed Ken, so I'll have to nail you too. $5X in the last hour. Oh, I don't know what the Go XIR is. I thought you were talking about a mic. What is it? I mean, I had a studio, but I'm not familiar with everything that's on the market. I had my studio for 25 years, 30 years. A lot of stuff come out since then. Oh, XLR? A sound mixer? Okay. Yeah, I used I had a Yamaha mixer. I think it was a 48 channel mixer. And I had a Tascam set up, 16 channel, and Sansui. And I also ran ADATs. I had like 4 ADATs. Okay, Recon, no problem, buddy. We all been getting the same problem lately with the power going out. I think ASD was having ASD, what, you having a power problem too yesterday? or internet issues. Yeah, same as me. I was having some power issues too, but I got lucky and it stayed on. Did your internet straighten out yet? Or are you still having problems with it? I like the old Soundcraft mixing boards. I have problems all the time with mine. I just did a check on my on speedtest.net. I was shocked. I had 4.78 megabits per second download and 0.95 upload. Normally, if I'm lucky, I got 0.50 upload, if that. But I really need to have that at least, and that still gives me a lot of lag and tends to make it so you guys don't hear me for 30 seconds or more. Really ticks me off. You're probably getting the same ones we were getting down here before. They must have moved up north, but we're still getting some of that stuff too. Today's been relatively mild compared to the way it's been so far. Oh, okay. Well, there's other things that does that too. I actually had a key changer that would do that. It used to be a rack mount. Oh, it was probably 100 here today, I think. I didn't spend much time outside. It was too hot. Yeah, that's Go XLR made by TC Helicon. I'm familiar with them. Many years ago, and I'm talking about a long time ago, when I had my recording studio, Bo Diddley was a good friend of mine. Of course, he's passed away a number of years ago, but I used to go to his studio, and he used to come to mine once in a while. Well, he actually introduced me to the TC Helicon because he actually used to use it in some of his recordings in his studio when he was just messing around. And I was really amazed at what he could do with it. In fact, they sent him one as a sample when they came out for free. So he was running it through the paces in his studio. It was a really good unit. I really liked it. But they were really expensive back then. They've gone down a lot since then. Yeah, I've got a Stream Deck myself. I have the 15 button one. I got a couple month or two ago. That's all you really need because you can keep adding folders and you can keep going. You can end up with 100 and something buttons. You'll never use that dang many. It's like right now. See, I've got several pages, probably 45 different sounds set up. I can do any kind of sounds I want, like that. Or if I want to do thunderstorms, or if I want to shoot somebody. More thunderstorms, louder ones. A girl screaming. Can hardly hear that one. Fire. All kinds of different ones. And you can download them right through Elgato. In fact, I even put one on here. It's a clock. I got a clock on right on one of the buttons here. Yeah, you do really do a lot more when you get one of those stream decks. They're amazing. I'm still learning stuff to put on it. I haven't even put OSB on it yet because I don't use OSB. I don't really like OSB. I just don't like it. Of course, I've got a really big, like a gaming keyboard. I have all kinds of like G keys and F keys and all kinds of keys. I actually assign stuff to those too. I have a lot of keys that I have assigned stuff already, like different programs that come up and whatnot. Yeah, OBS. I did say OBS. Probably didn't sound it, but I did. I don't like OBS. I just don't like it. I've messed with it several times, and I probably just don't really understand it well enough. It just seems to be more complicated than it needs to be. That's why I use StreamYard right here. Very simple to use. And you got all kinds of features. Oh, I said OSB? Oh, well, whatever. You know what I meant anyway. OBS is what I meant. But no, I didn't really care for it. I did try it. I tried setting it up. I can't even count how many videos on how to set it up. But none of them seem to be very thorough for setups. You're cooking, Recon? Okay. What's with the bloody murder, Dylan? Are you watching TV? I could probably figure it out, but just haven't really had the time. And I didn't really want to spend a long, extended amount of time learning something new that I didn't need to learn it. And plus, StreamYard doesn't use any of your resources. You're on the internet. OBS uses resources. This don't. Now, I can use OBS and go into StreamYard, but I choose not to. There's no reason to. Eventually, I admit I will probably have to sit down and figure it out. Why? Because it does have features that I would like to use, like to use multiple camera angles and stuff. Because I have enough cameras that I could have quite a few cameras running if I had a way to use them. Well, with the Stream Deck, I probably could use them by just pushing a button and going from one camera to another. But it takes quite a bit to get that all set up right. Yeah, StreamYard uses the internet. Yes. So it doesn't use any of your resources, really. And that's why I keep using it, because my internet sucks so bad that at least if I can get it up to the StreamYard, then it's going to go out. Of course, technically I could use YouTube and go right into YouTube, because I'm using a webcam anyway, so I could go into YouTube and broadcast right out of YouTube. I know OBS doesn't, but you can hook to StreamYard through OBS. It works the same way as if you're going through YouTube. Basically, you can go through YouTube with OBS. YouTube is on the internet. It works the same way. So whether it's StreamYard or whoever, Melon or whatever, you can still do it. Yes, the StreamYard is cheap. I got the cheapest. I was paying more for it at one point, but when I was going to cancel them, they offered me a cheaper plan, and all I got to do is put their logo, let their logo stay right up there, and I only pay $10 a month for everything, for the whole thing. Now, if I went to the pro version, it'd be a lot more, but I can have up to 10 people on here if I want. How things been going? As in what, Recon? I'm not getting any unemployment yet. It's been 3 months, or at least. They owe me a crap load of money, and my wife. So yeah, it's been pretty rough. That's for sure. Excuse me. Oh, the Screaming Girl scared you that I played, Dylan? I didn't know if you could hear it or not. It's not that loud, so I wasn't sure you'd even hear it. Especially with the mic turned around the way it is. Because the speaker is coming to the back of the mic. But technically I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cameras. 6 cameras, actually. If you count my phones. 6 cameras. And if I wanted to go through OSB with them, I know OSB will handle them. Which, then you can change your angles and everything else. Yeah, right. Well, Florida sure isn't going overboard trying to catch up, I'll tell you that much. The governor knows that the unemployment software is totally crapped out, but all he's saying is they're working on it. They've been saying that for months. So you're going to bring a lot of memory cards with you, ASD, or you're just going to upload them all to a laptop or something as you go? I have a fairly good amount of memory cards, but I'd still probably be inclined to upload them to a laptop if I have one with me. Wouldn't do it right then and there, but later that night when I stopped or whatever, I'd go ahead and upload them up onto my laptop. Or flash drives. Of course, I have at least half a dozen flash drives. Maybe more than that. I haven't counted them recently. Are you planning on stopping for the night on the way up, ASD, or are you going to go straight through? Or are you going to take your time and stop 1 or 2 nights? Ah, I see. Straight through. I'd rather stop one night, especially if I was going to be videoing like you are, vlogging. I would rather stop one night so that the first night I could at least upload everything onto a laptop or whatever and free up some memory cards so I had plenty of space and give myself a chance to think about other things I want to do on the way. Because plans do change as you're going along. Of course, at my age, I'd rather stop at least one night anyway. Too much driving for me. I've done that straight trip many, many times, all the way up into New Hampshire. I've been back and forth. Oh, let's see, probably about 7 or 8 times at least driving. I've flown a few times, but I've driven many times. It's amazing. The last time I went up, my wife and I flew up. Even flying when I was younger took a way longer. But when we left up there the last time, the flying time was only about 3 hours. I mean, the planes go so damn fast now that it doesn't take you no time at all. It was more time sitting around the airport waiting for the next flight. Because I think we had 2 layovers than it was for flying, by far. Ken, you still with us, buddy? I haven't seen a peep out of you lately. Yeah, well, that's what New Hampshire is. It's minimum 24 hours. I've made it in 24 before, but like a zombie. But and I know other people that have done it in 24 hours too. But it's just too much. And my wife, even though she drives, she's terrified on the highway. You know, like a turnpike and stuff like that. She couldn't deal with New York or Boston or Atlanta or anywhere like that. Okay, Dylan, have a good night. Thanks for coming on. Love you too. See you tomorrow. Shoot, you ain't going to bed. You're going to play games. You ain't going to fool me. You're too used to playing games all night. I'm going to ask your mother tomorrow. She'll tell me. Ken, are you still with us, bud? You must be with us somewhere here. Or did you fall asleep? I think Ken fell asleep again. Ken, did you fall asleep at the keyboard again? Or did you fall? Did you drop your key? He probably dropped his phone this time and fell asleep in a chair. Dropped the phone. That's a sign you're getting old. Come on, Ken. Wake up now. Wake up. All righty. Have a good one, EST. Take care. I'm sure you're raring to go up north. It won't be long. It's going to be a long month and a half, though, probably, but you'll get here soon enough, I'm sure. Just keep playing your vlog. I couldn't even get any coffee tonight. I made a pot earlier. I got 1 cup. We get a 14-cup coffee pot. Jennifer and Nancy came over, and they drank it all. You believe that? And they didn't even make another pot before they left. Unbelievable. So no coffee for me. Ken is sleeping. I betcha. I wonder if I could scare him. Let's turn the mic around. Think that might have woke him up. He probably jumped out of his chair and tripped over the stool or something and knocked himself out. Come on, Ken. Wake up. I don't sleep well anyway, but there he is. Did I wake you up, Ken? He can only get 1 letter out. He's still sleeping. Did that scare the crap out of you? I don't even know who's here anymore. It still says we got 4 people here. AST is supposed to have left, and Dylan must have left. So it should only be like 3. Well, no, 4 if you count me, but it said 4 when everybody was here. So I don't know. I didn't wake you up. I tried. I tried to wake you up. Been trying to send a super chat. Is that what you're trying to send? Well, we got 5 now. Maybe Minnie's around. That sneaky Minnie. You know how she is. Yeah, I think we lost Sharon. Vucky ABX. Hi, Vucky. How are you? Welcome to the channel. Right here tonight, we're just talking about everything and anything. Oh, that scared you, Dylan? The girl screaming or the lightning and everything, all that stuff too? You might not be able to sleep tonight, Dylan, with all that loud noise I was making. We're doing good tonight there, Bucky. We're just messing around mostly and joking with each other and stuff like that. And we had some other people here that just left, but there was more people here. Well, that's good, Recon. That's good to know. Yeah, we're on every night here, Bucky. You're welcome to join us. We're on at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time every night. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and click the bell there for all, and you'll get the notifications. As I always send a notification somewhere between 9:30 and 10 o'clock. Let everybody know that we're going to be on here shooting the bull. Well, that's good, Recon. I guess we'll find out whenever you get your shift change and your new schedule. You know, I'd try a live stream during the day, but with this satellite internet, makes it really hard during the day. When I had DSL at the other place, it was okay. It did okay. But the satellite, I doubt it will work very well. Later at night, I get a lot better signal. The upload and download is a lot better usually. Like I said, I wish I could get cable. I'd have it. So what are you up to tonight, Bucky? Are you just zipping around the different chats and checking out the places, or what's happening? We get a mixture of people that come in here. We have, actually, there's quite a few. It just kind of rotates a lot. We have a lady that lives in the Caribbean. She usually comes on. We haven't seen her for a while since the hurricane. I hope nothing's happened to her. Lisa. We have somebody else named Sharotin that was coming in, and Cheryl and Minnie pops in, and quite a few people pop in here. We don't get a huge crowd. The most we ever got was like, Recon can correct me, but I think it was like 17 people. But on the good point, we don't normally get any trolls. It's pretty rare that we get a troll in here. Yeah, a lot of people respect each other and come in, have fun, and that's all we care about. We're liable to talk about anything. Well, that's good. That's good. You wasn't acting like a troll, so I wasn't even thinking you were. Like I said, they don't normally stick around here anyway. I don't know, maybe we're too boring for trolls. We don't give them the right reaction, I guess. We don't get all mad and ticked off and all that stuff and whatever. We're pretty mellow in here. I mean, basically the channel is art. I do painting. I teach painting. It's oil or acrylic or whatever, but it's actually Kim Caster art and more. We do other subjects too, just some music stuff and fixing things and making things and repairing things and whatever's going on. Well, that's strange. You didn't write your stuff down, Ken? There's probably a button you can click to unlock it or change your password or whatever. Yeah, we just talk about everyday life stuff here and what's going on with everybody. And, people talk about things they're doing that excite them, that they like to do, and, whatever. Like I've been working on a camper. We got a camper. We're living in a camper now. So I talk about that and stuff. And we do talk about painting here and there and what's going on in real life, work, things people are doing for work and whatever. And we joke around with each other quite a bit, which you'll figure that out. If you come around more, you'll see we just like to joke with each other. Well, Ken, and guess what you got to do is you got to do like I did with one of my banks once. I used to bank with. I went and I told the manager, I said, I've got to close my account and go to another bank. And he says, well, how come? You've been with us for like 15 years. I said, every time I write a check, you guys ain't got enough money to cover it. You're not done cooking yet. Well, now I know why you stop at Taco Bell's and Wendy's or whatever. So you don't have to cook it and take all night cooking. But anyway, Vucky, we usually on for about an hour every night. If we get a lot of people in here, a lot of times I'll stay on later. But normally we run from 10:30 to 11:30. I don't think YouTube locks it. I don't know why they would. YouTube won't lock super chat. You did one just the other night, last night or the night before or whatever. Ken, with no problem at all. I have the same problem with my bank account sometimes. When I go to log in, it's a Radiant Credit Union, and I push the little I so I can see the password. If I don't, it ends up messing it up for some reason. So my first letter of my password is capitalized, so I hit the capitalization. And a lot of times when I go to, as soon as I push the letter, the cap disappears. So I have to do it again. And a lot of times I don't see it disappear and go into lowercase, and I put it in, I hit the enter key, and it says wrong password. And I end up doing it a few times, and then it's locked me out. Well, if it's YouTube, it should be saying YouTube is doing it. I don't know if it's. I doubt there's anything I can do to reverse it. But I'm sure there isn't. Might very well be PayPal. Yeah, for real. Yeah, for real, Bucky. I tell you what, I've done the same thing. Maybe I mean it could be your password. I don't know. Maybe it's doing like it does me. If you got capital letters or something, you're hitting the wrong letter, or you're not. The caps isn't staying caps, or sometimes I'll push my cap lock without realizing it, even on the phone, and it's not supposed to be capitalized. And then it's going to deny you. I have quite a few passwords. I try to use some of the same ones here and there, but I actually had to get me a little black book and write down all the places I go that's important to me anyway, and write down the password, the login information on everything. Otherwise, I'd be in trouble. And my wife was horrible because I had to start keeping her information too because she never remembered any of them. And she only used like 3 passwords, but she could never remember 3 or 4. And sometimes it was the right password, basically, but I'd be missing a caps on it or something like that. And by the time we got to the right one, you got locked out because you had too many tries. So then you got to write it all down. Although my PayPal I log into automatically. I have it set up that way. We do have a members only area too there, Vucky, and Patreon if that interests you at all. Some people it does, some people it don't. But I've had to call different places a number of times getting locked out. Even my own bank was locking me out. It seemed like in 1 week I got locked out like 3 times. Hot, hot and humid. Well, wet for the most part, which makes it more humid. It's been 100 degrees, maybe a little bit over that because um, we had to run the ACs quite a bit today. We normally can run just one AC that's in the living room in the RV, and it's okay for most of the day. But if we're getting a really hot day, in the afternoon we have to run it for a couple hours, or run the other one a couple hours with it, and just to get the temperature back down. And then sometimes we'll close the bedroom door, turn that area of the place right off the AC line, really, and just run the AC in the living room. Yeah, I guess check it again tomorrow, Ken, and see what it does. Sometimes it takes 24 hours, sometimes 48 hours. Hard to say. Well, you're going to have an awful late dinner tonight, Recon. You've been cooking it for an hour. What are you cooking? A whole turkey? Or a whole cow? My wife made stroganoff tonight. Then Nancy came by, so she had dinner with us. You gotta change your password? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we're from the U.S. Where are you from, Bucky? I'm from Florida. The other guys can tell you where they are if they want. I'm from Florida myself. Are you in the Caribbean, Bucky? We have a lady from Ireland that comes on once in a while, but her time is so far ahead of us that right about now would be about 4 o'clock in the morning for her. Georgia, the state. Oh, you're not far from me. I'm 100, a little over 100 miles south of Jacksonville, Florida. We have a woman that comes in from Ireland. We have one or two, couple of them from the Caribbean, all over the place. California, Texas, all over the country. Ohio, Michigan, Wisconsin. Mini pizzas, tater tots, cheddar jalapeno peppers. You can keep the jalapeno. And my son Mark, he loves them. The hotter the better. All right, guys, it's been the hour. I think we're going to go ahead and shut her down. It's been a little over an hour now. So, Lucky, great to meet you. I hope we get to see you again. Come back in tomorrow night. We can definitely use some more people in here. If you got any friends that are online, tell them to come on in. We welcome everybody here. No problem. After you've been here for a while, we'll make you a moderator like we do the other guys. You know, once you're a regular, and so you'll be able to see, click on links and stuff like that. Ken, have a good night, buddy. Get your password changed, and you can get it fixed anyway. Good to see you tonight. You guys stay healthy. Recon, thanks for coming. Have a good night, guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, and keep away from that COVID crap. Lucky, take care. Good night. Have a good one, guys. Take care.